people who are coming from the education background, you can relate more about my journey here, because I come from a background which is where I started my journey as a career counselor. I started my journey as a lecturer in human resource and organizational behavior. From there, I shifted to psychological counseling. I did my course from University of Calcutta. Then after that, I did my certification on neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. And then I was actually practicing as a psychological counselor. I was taking students, I was taking adolescents, I was counseling professionals from varied backgrounds. And the most important part that I was dealing with was not only the mental health, but I was also dealing with people suffering from, students specifically suffering from depression, as well as panic attacks. Now, when I say so as I was sharing my journey with all of you, I was working as a psychological counselor and also as an NLP practitioner. I was dealing with students specifically, and also professionals. The most common factor that I found in students were, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, lack of motivation. And I was wondering that what might be the reasons, apart from any psychological issue happening, apart from core, root cause. There might be other root causes which parents might not be aware of. And I found that students were struggling with what do I do about my life, and what should I choose as my career? I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'll become. So this question, who I am, what I'll become, what would be my career, what will be my job, these questions kept on hunting these students. And sometimes it happens that parents, whom we call as the helicopter parents, these parents, they take the decision on behalf of their child, and they tend to make the decisions in such a way that if I am a parent, I want my son to become an engineer or a doctor or maybe a lawyer. So I can just share one of my cases from where it all started. So it was a grade 10 student who just gave his grade 10, and the parent came to me with the child, and she was having panic attacks and a bit of depression. So when I was doing my probing questions, I found that the student is struggling with what kind of career that he wants to choose. He was completely lost at it. When I was talking to the parents, they said that they want him to become an engineer because both the parents are engineers. So they want to see their child become an engineer. Now, that time I also did my course from GCC, and I was already a career counselor. So I did psychometric tests. I do a lot of probing questions, and I came to this conclusion that the student is not capable or skilled enough to become an engineer. He has the skill set to join management, and that was his dream as well, that he wanted to be a manager. He wanted to do his BBA and MBA, and specifically MBA from abroad. Now, this is where the conflict was. The conflict was between the alignment, the lack of alignment between the parent and the child. The conflict was the parents were not aware of the skill set that the student, that the child holds. What my child is all about. What is the aptitude, that is the natural skill set that my child has? What is the interest? All these things needs to be understood by a parent, which was lacking there, what we call as, information, having the correct information. So from there, my journey started both as a psychological as well as a career counselor. When I started, taking care of these kinds of cases, then I counseled this child, and slowly by the end of grade 12, I did the parent counseling as well, and then followed by that, he joined the BBA program, and now he is successful. So, so working as both as a career counselor and as a psychological counselor has given me both the dual benefits. Understanding the psyche of a particular student. Apart from that, counseling the student for helping the student, identify the best fit career for himself. So I think, Tarun, this is more of what my journey has been. And if I have to, just elaborate who are these psychological counselors are. These psychological counselors are basically, people who are having a degree in psychology, and they deal with the psychological and the emotional health of, both adults as well as children. And mostly these people, they are working in different areas. You can say they are working in schools as school counselors, school psychological counselors. So if I say school psychological counselors, these counselors, they are working, taking care of the issues, the student issues, which are more of psychological in nature. And sometimes they're also working as a career counselor. So some schools, they actually take, psychological counselors. Some schools, they take career counselors, and there are some schools who are taking counselors having both the specific skills of a psychological counselor as well as a career counselor. So either they are working in schools as psychological as well as career counselors. They are also working as behavioral counselors in NGOs and mental health organizations. They are dealing with the behavioral issues of children, of adults. They are working as family counselors as well, because we see a lot of disharmony in the families. And these family counselors, they also work in the NGOs. They are working different organizations, mental health organizations. And also counselors work as special educators. So special educators, where they are working as individuals helping the children who are specially able. So there are multiple work areas of psychological counselors. These are few of them that I just discussed about it.
So, as Shatru was mentioning about the introduction towards psychology and psychological counselors, and also her journey from being a psychological and NLP counselor to a career counselor as well. So, we would be briefly discussing about who are career counselor, who are psychological counselors, what is career counseling, and the various areas they work in, and also how a psychological counselor can become a career counselor. How they can play a dual role uh, while working as a psychological as well as a career counselor, probably in a school, or if they have their own setup, or they want to work as a freelancer. Various ways they can earn, and they can have a good earning through career counseling as well. So, as you see on my screen, additional role of psychologists to increase their return on investment. That So we'll be discussing more about it, how you can earn more through various ways. Uh, because you see, you have already become a career counselor, or you become a psychological counselor, and also adding a career counseling skill to your profile will open additional ways from which you can earn. Okay. So moving ahead to my presentation.
Yes, Tarun.
So, Shatrupa, if I would really appreciate if you can just talk more about who are psychological counselors, and what is psychological counseling, and also about the areas they work in briefly, like about school counselors, special counselors, and family counseling, other type of counselors who deal with mental health or personality related issues.
Yeah, so I have given a brief of it, Tarun, about who are these psychological counselors. They are dealing with the, emotional and the psychological part of an individual. They might be adults, adolescents, children, working professionals as well. And generally, we have seen that their work areas might be into school counseling. That is, they might be school psychological counselors, where they are dealing with the psychological issues of the students. But there are schools, generally we have an idea or notion that schools generally have either psychological counselors or career counselors, right? But yes, some schools, they prefer to hire psychological counselors. Some schools, they prefer to hire career counselors. But there are most of the schools nowadays, they are hiring counselors who are having expertise in both psychological as well as career counseling, because that comes as a package. Because I understand the student's psyche, as well as I understand and know how to identify the best fit course for the student. So they are working in the schools as psychological counselors as well as career counselors. They are working as behavioral counselors in various NGOs, and as well as in mental health organizations, where they are dealing with issues like depression, anxiety, panic attacks, lack of motivation. There are lack of life skills. So anger management, stress is in today's date is the most common thing that we see, right? So behavioral counselors, they also deal with these things. Family counselors, they deal with the disharmony that we see within the families. They are also working as individual, personal, like entrepreneurial counselors, or they might work with an organization. And also special educators. So special educators are those who are helping the specially abled children. So these are the different work areas. So we also have marital counselors and conflict counselors. Different kinds of counselors are there. So yeah, so these are the different work areas where we see psychological counselors working.
Thank you, Sir Shatrupa, for the brief, detailed introduction about what is psychological counseling and who are psychological counselors, as well as their work areas. Okay, so and we're going to talk more about how a psychological counselor can also become a career counselor, how they can add the skill to their profile, and they can have a additional source of income through the career counseling channel, and where all they have opportunities where they can apply and work as a psychological counselor as well as career counselor, and also how they can use their uh, the existing skills of psychological counselors when they're counseling a student for their careers as well. Okay,
Yes.
so moving ahead to the next slide. So when I talk about who are career counselors, see, career counselors are those counselors who help students in choosing the right career by doing intensive research through data, and also by assessing the student's profile, personality, and aptitude, based on which they come to a conclusion that this career is more suitable for you and you'll be more successful if you choose this particular career. So, career counselors conduct various counseling sessions with different individuals. It can be with students, it can be with working professionals as well. So, when I talk about what is career counseling, so Shatupa, I would like you to talk more about what is career counseling, what is informed decision, how a student gets clarity in choosing a career or a course or a country, and how a professional career counselor is adding value, and also how it is helping a student in choosing the right career or right path.
Yes, Tarun. So as you already mentioned that career counseling is all about doing intensive research and application of data. So this application of data analysis as well as research, this actually leads to informed decision making. So as certified career counselors, we help the parents and the students to make informed decisions. That is, more about understanding that what is the right career path for me. For that, we do different kinds of psychometric tests, and also we use different career counseling tools, new age tools. So first we start with having a clarity on what would be my career. So when I say what could be my career, say for example, I say I want to become an automobile engineer. So now I know that this is the career that I want to pursue in my life. So to become an automobile engineer, what do I need to do? What are the different skills that I should have? What are the different programs that are there? What are the different colleges? What are the best colleges which are there if it is in India? What is the best college if it is outside? Which is the best country to actually pursue automobile engineering? So these are some of the questions which comes through intensive research and data analysis. So clarity on choosing the right career, that is understanding the right career, automobile engineering, clarity on choosing the right course. So if I want to become an automobile engineer, then what will be my combination of subjects for grade 11 and 12? Because that's very important. Though with the incoming of new education policy, we see that India has progressed a lot, and we are not, getting restricted in that you have to take a science combination or you have to take a commerce combination, but you can take a combination of all the streams that you would love to, though it is taking time to get implemented. But we find that choosing the right course, the combination of subjects that should be in grade 11 is most crucial to take up a career or take up a program for the undergraduate course. Then understanding the right country. So if you ask me what is the best country to study automobile engineering, it is Germany. We always say any kind of automobile engineering, the best country to study from is Germany. So if I say Germany, then a student would like to know that, do I need to study German language? So these are the nitty-gritties of any career counseling session, that a career counselor should be informing the parent and the child, because we say 9, 10, 11, and 12, these are the 4 crucial years of a student's life where they have to be consistent in studying what they want to pursue as a career in their life after grade 12. So that's the reason why giving them the right information, which is the best country to study automobile engineering, if it is in India, which is the best college or university where I can study from. And when I say which is the best college and university, you have to understand one thing, that every student comes with their own stories, with their own academic scores. So some student might come with a score of say 75%, somebody can come with 85%, somebody can come with say 95 to 98%, right? So what would be a dream college for a student who is in grade who is having a percentage of 95, will not be having the same dream college of 75% or. This is where your expertise, your trained expertise will come into place, where you will be identifying the best fit college, the best college, the dream college, and the safe colleges. So we always say there are 3 categories of colleges: the dream colleges, the best fit colleges, and the safe colleges. So what would be a dream college for a 75% will not be the dream college for a 95%. So that's how a career counselor delves deep into the entire process of intensive research and analysis. So this, every time I'm using this word intensive research and data analysis, because this is the crux of the entire story of career counseling. Because if the person is really into research and data analysis, then career counseling is the key to actually take it as a career, as for any person who is into from psychological counseling. So yes, so career counseling, informed decision making, where we are giving them the right information, where they can take the right, make the right choices, clarity on the right career, clarity on choosing the right course, clarity on choosing the right country, which country I would like to move on, and also the best college, which is the best college for me. So these are the 4 areas which broadly encompasses career counseling. I think you're on mute, Tarun.
So I would like to also add up to this, Shatrupa, that career counseling is about choosing right career, as well as career counseling is also about helping a child build the emerging and alternative careers, which are there, which are the careers which are going to stay in next 5, which are going to grow in next 5 years, or the careers which will change in next 5 years. It's all about choosing the right path, the choosing a career which is most suitable for you. Because if I talk about down the line, 10 to 15 years ago, people were more keen towards selecting medicine or engineering as a career. But nowadays I see a lot of students going with different careers, be it into language or any other program apart from engineering or medicine. And moreover, if I give you an example, like if a student comes to you and says that I want to do CA, and what if this person is not able to crack CA, then what are the options? You cannot ask a student to probably drop CA and do something else. That's not an option. But as a career counselor, you need to know about the emerging and alternative careers as well. So alternate careers, if I talk about ACCA, is one of the options when you are looking forward to CA but you're not able to do it. So ACCA you can do. So by knowing about career counseling, by learning about career counseling skills as well as the knowledge, it gives you an in-depth knowledge about the emerging and alternative careers. Moreover, if I talk about uh, like segment tests which are being conducted nowadays, which are software based, which helps you to identify the right or relevant career for the child based on students' aptitude.
Right.
Okay, when I talk about previously down the line 15 years ago, counselors used to do a pencil paper test. They used to write the questions, used to give it to a student. Student used to answer those queries and then come back to the counselor. So it was a time taking process. It used to take couple of days to answer each and every question, and then come back to the counselor. Then he'll analyze, and then he'll come to a conclusion that which is the right option for you. Now, but however, nowadays same thing has evolved into software-based platform where counselors can give a psychometric test to a student. Student can give it real time. They can answer the questions, and also it's an aptitude-based test. So it gives you relevant choices which can be suitable for the child, be it finance, law, or marketing. That will depend on the student's interest and aptitude. So that's how it works. And moreover, informed decision, it is really required, not just from the student as well as from the parent as well. And clarity in terms of choosing the right college and country, that is really important. You cannot just go and study in any of the colleges. You need to choose the right college which is more suitable and where you can get successful, or you get that kind of exposure, right? So moving to the next slide. So let's understand who can become a career counselor. So when I talk about who can become a career counselor, any person from any background can become a career counselor. Any graduate or any postgraduate can pursue career counseling program or a course to gain skills and knowledge to become a career counselor and start counseling students. You require a good communication skills, a fair communication skills, because you need to interact with students and parents as well. And you should have that zeal, that interest towards guiding students. So that is really important, because when you're talking to a child, you need to really get involved in the conversation, and you should help the child in getting into the right college or right career. Similarly, when I talk about psychological counseling, there also a counselor need to get involved with their with the student or with the adult, whomever they are counseling. So they need to really get involved in the process. So that will be an added advantage, because we people who are already working as psychological counselor, they know how to read the personality of a child or a student or an adult, okay, and how to get involved, how to capture all the areas. So similarly, in career counseling also same thing is required when you're counseling student, and also good research. When you research about various colleges, various universities, or various careers, that is really important. And even though when you're working as psychological counselor, still you need to update yourself every now and then, and you do all kind of research to keep yourself updated. Similarly, in career counseling also you need to do the same. You need to keep yourself updated with the current trend, and also need to do ample research while counseling the student. Okay. And a lot of times what we have seen is a lot of times students comes to a counselor seeking help, and they say that they are not able to concentrate on their studies, or they have high anxiety, or they have these panic attacks. So most of the time we see that the reason why they have this is because they are not able to decide what to do with their future, or they are not able to think like, what next. I'm not able to score good in my studies. I'm getting all the feedback or all the things from my parents and relatives, friends and relatives. So they get depressed. So when they go to a counselor, they seek help in order in respect to their personality, as well as they want the counselor to understand what is the cause. And the cause is that they are not able to decide upon what to do with their future, how to be successful like others, what is the right career for me. So if you're a psychological counselor and you add up career counseling skills to your profile, you will be able to help students in various ways with their personalities, with their mental health issues, as well as with their careers as well. So that will become an additional source of income for you, right? So anything you want to add up, Shatrupa, to this?
Yeah, so you have already added a lot of things here, Tarun. But if I have to give just a quick example, is when you were just saying what are the added advantages of becoming a psychological counselor. Uh, as a psychological counselor, the first thing that we go about is building a rapport, right? We talk about different skills, building a rapport, then active listening, being non-judgmental. So all these things that we actually apply as a psychological counselor, the same things are applied in career counseling as well. And I will give you an example of, we at Univariety, we have a particular student, our client, who is just 19 years old, and he is pursuing the Global Career Counselor course. So when you said, Tarun, zeal to guide students, that passion, I've seen that passion in Aman, where he is doing all the different kinds of courses, the psychological courses, free courses of psychology from Harvard University. He's that passionate enough that he's doing all the free courses of psychology from Harvard University, and then helping the students. He's just 19 years old, doing the Global Career Counselor course. So this is something I wanted to add as a part of the entire discussion.
That's a wonderful thing to know about people from different background coming in and taking up career counseling as a profession, because career counseling is one of the booming industries right now, and we have seen a sevenfold growth in career counseling, and number of opportunities increasing for career counselors in India now. And moreover, if I talk about facts, like in US, one counselor is responsible for 250 students. The ratio is 1 is to 250, but whereas in India the ratio is around one counselor to 3,000 students. So we have a severe need of career counselor. A good number of career counselors are needed, and moreover trained career counselors who can counsel students, who can provide quality counseling to all the students and help them choose the right career. And moreover, I would like to add up one example where one of our program alumni, Pritika Sharma. She is from Ludhiana, and she's also a psychological counselor, and she used to do it full time. And then gradually, when she started dealing with students, and she found out that the reason why students are more inclined towards having these anxiety or mental health issues is because they were not able to decide what to do with their life. Because when they're studying, when they are in probably in primary school, or when they're in 7th or 8th grade, they don't think much about it. But once they are into 10th standard, they start thinking about it, at what to choose in 11th as a stream. And there the problem happens when they are not able to decide, or they take a wrong decision. Because what happens is, students, they follow their relatives and friends. They see people have done engineering, they are in US earning really well, but that doesn't mean that you can also do the same. So she noticed this problem among students, and then she thought of pursuing a training program into career counseling, where she can become a certified trained counselor, and she can even help students with their right career, and the right path towards getting admission into a good university and being successful in their life. So she did that program, and now she is really successful in her venture. And in her journey, she's also counseling students with their mental health related issues, and also doing career counseling, and work with many renowned schools in her city. And she's counseling hundreds of students in a year. And also she's earning really well through these counseling sessions, apart from what she was doing earlier. So career counseling is something which is need of an hour, and will go hand along with your current profession. Also, your current profession, what skills you have, will can be used in career counseling as well. We're going to discuss about it in the later slides, that how your current profession can help you to get that kind of control in career counseling, because you already have that kind of exposure
Right.
in your profession. Okay, so moving ahead to the next slide. Then now, if I talk about the various work areas where a career counselor can work, as I was saying, that there are ample opportunities in India where a counselor can work, or also a person who is from psychological counseling background, and is also a trained career counselor. So they are being hired by schools. So nowadays schools are hiring counselors who are psychological counselors as well as career counselors, because they want to have someone who can play a dual role in the school, and they can also save on the resources. Basically, they don't want to hire two people. Instead they want to hire one person who is from psychological background, or and also a career counselor. However, some schools hire career counselors separately and psychological counselors separately. That is also there. Okay, when I talk about international educational counselors are the overseas counselors. Most of you might be knowing that there are many overseas consultancies in India, like YXS, Global Reach. All these, they help students for admission abroad. They help students with the right path to get admission abroad. So you can also become a international educational counselor by having a certification into career counseling. Once you gain the skills, you can add to your profile. You can start your own venture into overseas consultancy, and you can also help students with abroad admissions, because there's huge opportunity in overseas admission. Many students are going to other countries to study, and we have seen a significant jump in the number of students who are going to other countries to study, even post pandemic. During pandemic in 2020, number of students going to abroad was less because of these certain restrictions, but now it has doubled in last 1.5 years. Has doubled. Now more number of students are going to other countries to study, uh, and the kind of exposure and practical they get there. So overseas counseling is one of the areas where you can get into, and there's huge opportunity, and you can earn big. Okay, so and apart from that, we have admission counselor. Admission counselors are in universities. Uh, in universities, they help students with the relevant courses which are offered by the university. They help the student to choose the right career in the university, and also help them to get enrolled to that particular course. Similarly, we have academic counselors. Academic counselors are in schools. They also help student with this overall curriculum of the school, and also with the enrollment process. Then we have career counselors. Career counselors are those people who have their own setup. So most of you might be having your own setup or own clinic where you are counseling students or counseling professionals. So you can also start career counseling setup in your existing clinic or setup, and you can have an additional source of income. You can also counsel student. You can advertise the same. You can market yourself in such a way that you are a psychological counselor. Also, you do career counseling. You help students in choosing the right career, and you are a trained career counselor. So that's really important, because when you say that you are a trained career counselor, you have an edge over others. So you can, if you already have your setup, you can add up a career counseling cell in your own setup right now. Or if you don't have a setup, you can also set up your business into career counseling along with psychological counseling. There are ample opportunities. There are a number of students who are seeking professional help in order to choose the right career. Okay.
So
So, Shatrapa, you want to add up anything to this?
yeah, so I see that Archana is asking that she needs to know about the international career counselings. Tarun has already mentioned about international education counselors. We have at University overseas admissions, specialization where, and also we have a separate section on international career counseling in our course, as well as we have a specialization course on that as well. We'll be coming to that in a while. So, Tarun, before going to that, we can just quickly launch a poll to understand, that what type of clients the psychological these our audience actually deal with in psychological counseling. So,
Right.
if you can just launch the poll.
Sure. So before launching the poll, I would want to add up to Archana's question that she wants to know more about the international career counseling. See, Archana, international career counseling is more about counseling students in choosing the right career as well as choosing the right university abroad. Moreover, it's also about helping the student with admission process. What is the admission process in different universities or different countries? What is the entrance exam which is needed? And moreover, how to fill the application form, what all is needed while you are applying to a university abroad, and moreover, what is a visa processing, what all is required when you're applying for a visa, when you're going to a different country to study, and what are the basic requirements. All that information and knowledge is needed when you're counseling students for international admissions or international studies. So when we speak about the program, which is a structured program for people who are aspiring to become career counselor, or who want to get into professional counseling, then there you will learn about how it can help you to become a counselor who can counsel students for domestic admissions as well as international admissions. Okay, so moving to the polls, I'll just launch the poll. So the question is, what type of clients do you deal with in psychological counseling? Whether you deal with students, professionals, special kids, family, and others. So I see 100% students. So everyone is dealing with students. That's really good, because career counseling is all about counseling students. Great. So I'll just end the poll, and I see 57% people deal with students, 14% deal with professionals, and 28% with special kids. So that's really nice to know that a lot of you are dealing with students and professionals. And moreover, when I talk about career counseling is something which can be given to a student as well as to a working professional or to a person who is pursuing their graduation as well. Okay, and coming back to the few questions, as I see, Jasmine has asked one question. Research skills are very important, but I feel technology is ev- is capable of doing the research. How will the course help us an edge as the kids are very tech savvy? So also there are sites where they can fill their details. They get options of all kinds. So Jasmine, I would like to answer to your question. Uh, so when I talk about our course, it is a structured course. Okay, it not only helps you with the career information, but also it helps you with the counseling information. See, anyone can go online and take a dig in for the information, but however, you cannot find 100% online. You cannot find counseling skills online. Okay, you can find about colleges or their admission process or the application dates, but when I talk about admissions abroad, it's not just about filling your application. It's also about doing certain activities which are required to showcase your profile to the university. Because it's unlike India, when you go to any other country like US, so they see your profile. Apart from your academic, what all you have done. Have you done any social activity? Have you participated in any Olympiads? What all you have done apart from your academics? They look at those kind of activities, and based on that they shortlist applications of the student. Even though if you're scoring really high in your academics and you have really good entrance exam scores, still they will evaluate your profile. They'll see what all you have done in your extracurricular activities, and that is something which a counselor will help the student with. Not just by going online they can find that kind of information. They can only find college names. They can find the application dates, the admission date, that's all, or the fee structure. But the rest of the information, counselor will be helping them with, and also they will be helping them with the right career or right course to be selected before choosing any university. Because see, students, what they will do is they'll go online, they'll do their research, they'll find the college or the university, but who will help them with the right choice of course and the career? It's the job of a career counselor to help a student with right course and career. And moreover, we also have a program where we give you an access to a technology platform where we have more than 15,000 college information, scholarship, entrance exams, career information. We have that kind of technology as well. If you want, you can also opt for the technology platform along with the course, and that will give you a edge over others. And also, course is not just about gaining counseling skills or knowledge. It's also about being a trained counselor from a reputed university, and also showcasing the same when you're marketing yourself. Okay, so moving ahead to the next slide, when I talk about earning opportunities as a career counselor. So, as you all know, as we have already spoken about the areas where a career counselor can work. So when I talk about earning opportunities as a career counselor, as per the market, currently charges 3,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees per counseling session. Okay, so that's the basic amount a counselor is charging to a student for a single counseling session, which could be of an hour or 1.5 hour. 3,000 to 5,000 rupees per counseling session. Just imagine, like, if you are able to counsel 200 to 300 students in a year. Once you gain that kind of experience, exposure, and you have ample number of students whom you're counseling. Suppose you're over the time of 2 to 3 years, you are able to counsel 200 to 300 students, and you are charging a bare minimum of 5,000 rupees per counseling session. Just imagine 200 students into 5,000, you're making 10 lakh rupees a year per annum just by counseling 200 students in a year. So that kind of earning potential career counseling has. Here I was talking about just the bare minimum, which is 3,000 to 5,000, and the bare minimum of 200 students a year. If you are able to charge more and you're able to counsel more students in a year, you can earn more. There's no limit to it.
Right.
Okay, and moreover, there are various ways also through which career counselor can earn. So university has certain products which are relevant for students, which can help students to bring more clarity in terms of career selection. You can also recommend these products to students, and you can earn a commission by just recommending these products to the student. When I talk about commission, you have recommended a product to a student. Student has enrolled to the product or has purchased the product. You get a commission for it because you have recommended the product of a university to a student and he has bought it. So, like if I give you an example of a product like ProMap. ProMap is one of the product which is developed by university. It helps a student with the complete journey about what all have to be done in order to get admission, and you get a good commission on it if a student takes up ProMap. So as a career counselor, you can also recommend products to a student and you can earn commission through that apart from your counseling sessions. Thirdly, you can also set up your own counseling system or your own counseling business. A lot of counselors nowadays are setting up their own business instead of working for a school, because they see a huge potential when they set up their own counseling business, because they can capture the whole market, and there are a number of students from different schools who can come to them and take up career counseling sessions, and they can charge as per the city or the number of students they have, or depending on the students or the school from which they are coming from. So you can also set up your own counseling venture, for which we provide you a training course and you get certified. And moreover, we also have a technology platform which you can use for counseling students. Like Jasmine was mentioning about students are being tech savvy. You can also be a tech savvy. You can have a tech platform in place which can be used by counselors and students both. And when the student is using that kind of technology platform, they'll stick to you because you are providing that platform where all the information is available in under one roof. It is available just one click away. It's all under one roof. There's no need to go on Google and search for the information. If you have that kind of technology platform, you can showcase the same to students, and they will get really attracted towards your services and the platform which you're providing, because of the information about the colleges, scholarships, entrance exam, fee structures. All that exciting information is there, where a student can choose between thousands of colleges. And you as a career counselor can help them to choose the right career. You can help them to choose the right university and a college which is more suitable for them and also as per their budget. And also you can help them in choosing the right country and the course. All right, so last but not the least, you can also work with a school as a full-time career counselor, and you can also earn a good amount while working as a full-time career counselor with a school. So moving to the next slide, if you see on the screen, as a fresher, you can earn up to 20,000 to 25,000 rupees per month. If you are a fresher, if you are a you just did your course, you are trained career counselor, you have your certificates, you can start applying for jobs and in various institutes, be it in school, colleges, universities, or overseas consultancies. And as a fresher, you can earn up to 20 to 25,000 rupees per month. If you have experience about 4 to 5 years into career counseling, you can earn up to 40 to 50,000 rupees per month. If you have 5+ years of experience into career counseling, you can earn up to 70,000 to 80,000 rupees or more. I'm just talking about the basic salaries. It could be more as well. A lot of colleges or schools or overseas consultancies, they pay you more. If I give you an example of one of our GCC alumni, Sonia Prasad. So she was from a banking support background. She was totally from corporate. She never did career counseling, but she she was doing her own research and she came across career counseling as a profession, and she read about it. She saw that there is ample opportunities and ample growth as a career counselor. So she did our course, she got certified, she became a trained counselor, and she started working on her own. She started counseling students on her own as a freelancer. And gradually, once she gained that kind of experience and confidence, she started applying to schools as a career counselor. Now she's working as a head career counselor in one of the top IB schools in the country. So, as I mentioned, Sonia Prasad, she is working as a head counselor in one of the top IB schools in the country, which is one of the international schools in Hyderabad. She's working in Hyderabad, and she's earning really good in the school. So, in the schools, you can work as a full-time career counselor. You can set up your own career counseling venture, or you can recommend university products to the student and you can earn commission, or you can do counseling. You can provide counseling sessions to students, and you can charge bare minimum 3,000 to 5,000 rupees. So there are many opportunities in the market. You can utilize however you want, but for that you need to be a trained career counselor. You need to have those skills and knowledge to counsel students. So I see some of your people in the audience are asking some questions. So we'll take up the Q&A at the end of the session. Uh, okay. So one of the questions are from Priyanka, dealing with those professionals related to their career counseling who were once my students 10, 15 years back. So Priyanka, see, career counseling is not just about counseling students from school. It is also about counseling students from who are pursuing their graduation, or also if in case they are working. Because see, these streams, courses, they remain the same. Commerce will remain commerce. It won't change for, be it for a student, be it for a working professional, be it for a graduate. And also the counseling skills which you gain through the course will remain the same. You have to counsel them, you have to know more about their interests, their aptitude, and then you have to suggest them the right career which they can choose post their graduation, or if in case they are looking to change their profession, then also you can help them in choosing the right career option. So now we're going to talk about playing a dual role as a psychological and career counselor. As I mentioned in the beginning, uh, that a person who's from a psychological counseling background can also work as a career counselor. They can play a dual role, like we spoke about school hiring psychological counselors and career counselors to counsel students, and they want someone who is having both the skills, who can play a dual role in the institute. So Shatrupa, if you can talk more about the playing a dual role as a psychological counselor and career counselor.
Yeah, so playing the dual role as a psychological and career counselor, definitely one has an advantage of understanding the psychometric test, because as psychological counselors, we are already dealing with different kinds of psychometric tests. So we do not need to pour in extra, effort to read and interpret the psychometric assessments. And moreover, in today's date, as Tarun, you rightly said, that pen and paper tests are almost getting extinct. We are having AI generated psychometric tests, and the reports are generated immediately after the tests exams are been given. So that is one advantages, and also expert in conducting counseling sessions. So as I told you, that all the skill sets of a psychological counselor is equally used by a career counselor in the career counseling sessions. And also from a psychology point of view, it is easier for a psychology counselor to understand the student psyche and work as a career counselor as well. So these are some of the dual advantages, you can say, being a psychological as well as a career counselor.
Correct.
So here one important thing that we can see is both the psychological as well as a career counselor, we have the advantage of they can work both as a psychological as career counselor in schools. Apart from that, they can also work in educational institutes. They can work as an individual and run their own setup. As Tarun, you already shared with our audience that they can have their own setup of psychology and career counseling. And we will now talk quickly about the course and the technology that we offer at Univariety with regards to usage of the technology.
Correct. So that's this is so. Thanks, Shatrupa, for the information which you provided now for the regarding the advantages and how a psychological counselor can play a dual role. So now let's talk about how you to join career counseling as a profession. How to join career counseling as a profession? What you can expect from the course and the platform which we provide. So moving to the next slide. Let's talk about the Global Career Counselor program, where you get access to a course and you become a trained career counselor. So when I talk about Global Career Counseling program, it's a structured program, okay, which is being offered by Univariety in collaboration with UCL Extension. So I'm sure all of you know about UCL Extension, which is University of California, Los Angeles Extension, which is in US. So we have collaborated with UCL Extension to provide this wonderful course, which is called as Global Career Counselor Program. It's a structured program which is industry ready. When I talk about industry ready, anyone who does this program is ready to work as a career counselor. It's like the day you complete the program, you can go out and start working as a career counselor. Even though I would recommend when whatever you're studying every day, you should implement every day at work. Similarly like you go to a baking class. In the baking class, what happens is whatever you learn, you practice the same day. Okay. So similarly here also in career counseling, whatever you learn, you can implement the same day, or once you complete the program, you can go out and start working as a career counselor, or you can apply to various positions as a career counselor in various institutes. Moreover, it's a blended learning course. When I talk about blended learning, it's online, it's live as well as recorded. Okay, so you'll get access to recorded as well as live sessions, and you're gonna be learning about different aspects about career counseling. Moreover, it will be a completely online program and a self-paced course. When I talk about self-paced, it, so you can do the program at your own convenient time. Okay, so suppose even if you are able to spend 2 to 3 hours over the week, you can easily complete the program within 2 to 3 months time. However, the maximum time we have provided is 9 months to complete the course. You'll have 9 months to complete the course, but as it being a self-paced course, you can complete it early as well. So, like I said, that if you spend 2 to 3 hours over the week, you can easily complete within 2 to 3 months time as well. So, in this course, you will get 9 recorded modules from University, where you're going to be learning about the education system in India and abroad, about different curriculums like IB, Cambridge, CBSE, state boards, Round Square, NIOS, Waldorf. All these curriculums you're going to be learning about, and moreover, you're going to be learning about emerging courses in different streams like commerce, arts, humanities. So, as I mentioned earlier about emerging courses, it's really important for a career counselor to know more about the emerging and alternative courses in different streams. Moreover, you're going to be learning about STEM and non-STEM courses. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and maths, which is technical courses, and non-STEM courses are the non-technical courses. You're going to be learning about the study abroad part, where how that about the admission process in different countries like US, UK, Hong Kong, Singapore, Germany, Canada. Moreover, about the application process, about visa processing, how it's done, and what are the research tools which you can use while counseling a student. So that all these things you're going to be learning in the first 9 modules of the program, later to which you will have access to 3 live sessions and 9 recorded modules which will come from user extensions. So total recorded modules will be 18 modules and 3 live sessions. As I said, you'll be learning about education system in India and abroad from the first 9 modules. In the later 9 modules, you will be learning about the counseling skills, how you can counsel students, how you can help them to choose the right course, right country, right college, and how to shortlist or apply for a college, or how to meet a student and parent expectation, because that's really important to meet a student and parent expectation, because a parent might have a different set of expectation than compared to a child. They need to understand why it is important for them to go with the interest of a child while choosing a career. All these things you're going to be learning in the program, and you'll have access to 5 audio real life case studies. So for any course or program, you need to have a kind of a practical exposure. So that comes through the 5 audio real life case studies. So what happens is, as an organization, Univariety gets calls from our partner school students. As we work with more than 500 schools in India, we get a lot of calls from our students, and they take career counseling from our in-house counselors. So these calls are recorded. So what we do is we give you access to a student query in an audio format. We give you access to a student query in an audio format. You listen to that audio query, you draft your response, you submit it, and the actual call between the counselor and student will open up, where you'll be able to know which are the areas where you need to improve, what kind of approach the counselor had while he or she was counseling a student, what kind of questions being asked by the counselor, what kind of responses are coming from a student. All that you're going to be learning from these audio case studies. Audio case studies is really important because it will give you complete exposure, like how a counselor deals with a student, how the conversation happens, what is the approach of a counselor, what questions are coming and what queries are coming from a student. So that is more like a practical experience for you. Apart from that, as I was mentioning about psychometric test, we'll give you 8 sample psychometric tests which you can test on yourself or anyone in your friends and family, or even you can sell it to a student. So as per the market right now, a career counselor sells one test for minimum 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. Okay, so you can sell these 8 tests for minimum 1 to 2,000 rupees per test. Okay, so you have 8 tests. If you're selling for 2,000 rupees per test, you can easily make 16,000 rupees just by selling 8 tests to different set of students. These tests are one-time use only, so one test can be used on one student only. Okay, apart from that, we'll also invite you to an immersion workshop. So we conduct this physical workshop. It's a day-long workshop where we invite counselors from different cities, and we will have a person from our education industry who will come in and who will speak in front of you. He'll share his experience and how career counseling is impacting the education industry. So we'll have someone from the industry who will come and preside in front of you. Moreover, we'll have a counselor from university who will come in this workshop. They'll help you with your queries, and moreover, they'll conduct group activities and group sessions where there will be a lot of learning which will come through these. And moreover, you're going to be learning about global techniques and tools being used by career counselors for helping students to choose the right career. And there will be a great chance for you to network with other counselors who are coming from various cities, who are GCC trained, and you can network with them. It will be a complete day long session, and there will be a lot of learning which will come through this session. So this is a global career counselor program. It will, once you're done with the program, it's an industry ready program. You can go out and start working as a counselor. You'll be confident that you have learned everything about education industry in India and abroad, about counseling skills, and you can start counseling students from the very first day. Okay, so moving ahead. So this was regarding the counseling certification program. Okay, now coming to how to start your own counseling business. So many of you might want to start your own counseling business, own career counseling business. So we also have a program where you can start, which will help you to start your own counseling business, which is called as Super Counselor Plus program. This is a program which is designed by University, and here we provide you with all tools and services which can be a support system for your business. So it's more like you are constructing your house and you are buying steel bars, cement from other organizations to construct your own house. So similarly, in Super Counsel program, you are starting your own business. We are helping you with tools and services which will help you to grow further as a career counselor and to be successful in your business. So when I talk about the Super Counsel Plus program, under this program, you get access to the certification course, first of all. So previously, we spoke about only the certification course, which doesn't include the business model. However, in this program, Super Counsel Plus program, you get access to the certification course. Moreover, we will build a 5-page website for you because it is really important to have an online presence. Because you're starting your own business, you need to do certain marketing activities for yourself. So we will develop a 5-page website for you. We'll also give you access to a technology platform. Like I was mentioning before, that we have a technology platform which can be useful for career counselors. If you are a career counselor and you're using this technology platform, your life becomes easier as a career counselor, because this technology platform has the complete information about colleges, entrance exam, scholarships, fee structure, different courses being offered by universities and colleges, careers, and psychometric test. All everything is under one roof. Sorry. So you can just have access to the technology platform. Then you get 20 complimentary psychometric tests along with this program. So 20 tests can be sold to 20 students. One test is one-time use only. We also give you access to a 9 ready-made presentation for workshops. So suppose if you're conducting any workshops among students and you want to showcase them certain presentations, you can have the 9 ready-made presentations which are on different streams and different careers. Access to a marketing course. Marketing is really important when you're starting your own venture. So we'll give you access to a marketing course through which you will learn various channels to market yourself and how to identify the right audience for your business. And apart from that, we'll also invite you to workshop. This workshop is similar to the workshop which is being offered under the certification course. Okay. Apart from that, we have a success team basically. So success team has success managers who will be allocated. Each success manager will be allocated to you, who will help you with the marketing skills and techniques, so that you can grow your counseling business. So success managers will help you and guide you to how to market your counseling services, how you can grow your business, what are the right channels. So success managers will be your one point of contact once you enroll to Super Counsel program, and they'll to start your own counseling business. Apart from that, we'll invite you to marketing webinars so you can learn more about marketing your business or marketing your counseling services. And then we have study abroad. So Univariety as an organization, we have partnered with 800 plus universities abroad in US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, and other countries. So we have 800 plus universities and who are working with us. So if in case you have a student whom you are counseling and they are looking forward to take an admission into a university or a college abroad, you can connect with us. We'll help your child to get admission into the university, and moreover, you'll earn commission on each successful admission into a university, which could range from 25,000 to 4 lakh rupees. So if your students are looking forward for abroad admissions, you can send the application to Univariety. We'll submit it with the university abroad, and if the student gets admitted into the university and college, so post that you get your commission on each successful admission. So we are partnered with 800 plus universities in various countries. Uh, so if you are counseling students and they're looking for abroad admission, we'll share the list of colleges with you. You can choose a college where the student wants to study. You can submit the same with us, and we'll submit his application there for admission. Once he gets an admission, he has to pay the tuition fee, post which you get your commission as well. Okay. So as you're being part of this webinar, so we have a special offer for you all. Okay. So this is an exclusive offer only for people who are attending this webinar for Global Career Counsel program, the certification course. The actual cost is 37,465. The actual cost of the training course, certification course, is 37,465, whereas you will get it for 30,000 as you have attended this webinar. If you are looking forward to Super Counselor Plus program, where you get access to the certification course as well as the website, technology, and other things which will help you to build your business, the actual cost is 82,565 rupees, but you will get at 70,000 rupees, all inclusive. So certification course will come at 30,000 rupees. You will save 7,465 rupees on the enrollment. If you're looking forward to Super Counsel Plus program, instead of 82,565, you can pay only 70,000. You are saving 12,565 rupees on Super Counsel program. So that kind of this kind of offer is only applicable for the for the attendees who are attending this webinar. Okay, so that's all for the day, and we can take up questions from the attendees. So Shatrupa, if in case you can just answer.
So I have already answered, questions asked by Archana. So whether we help in analyzing the psychometric test report. So yes, we have special live sessions on how to interpret your psychometric tests as a part of the Global Career Counselor program, and we actually conduct these sessions every month. And apart from that, we also help all our clients who are doing the different psychometric tests. We do the hand-holding, basic hand-holding. We definitely do them, help them with the hand-holding process as well for first 1 or 2 cases, so that they feel confident from the third or fourth case. So these are some of the things that we definitely do. And adding to that, I see that Ganeshwari is also asking that whether it will be beneficial for the domestic counseling. So Ganeshwari, as I told you that yes, it is beneficial for both domestic as well as international students. For domestic students,
so I would also like to add up to this, Shatrupa. Ganeshwari, so this course will help you to learn all about domestic and international counseling. Okay, you'll learn about education system in India and abroad. So if you're looking forward to counsel students for domestic admission, you will have all the knowledge about the same. Moreover, when if in case you think of expanding your services, you can also provide counseling services for international students or for international admissions. Apart from that, if I talk about Archana is asking, do you help learn how to analyze a report? That is the segment test. Yes, in the course itself, you'll be learning about how to conduct these tests, which test is relevant for which student, and how to interpret each and every report. So you're going to be learning everything about counseling from this course. Sorry. And apart from that, we have a question about the live sessions. Yes, we conduct live sessions every month, and these live sessions are on parent counseling, how you can counsel parents in order to understand why they should go with the child's interest for choosing the right career. We have a live session on how to interpret psychometric test reports, and the third session will be on how to market yourself as a career counselor or how to market your counseling services. All these three live sessions will be conducted, and you can attend as per your own feasibility or availability, because these sessions are conducted every month. And about the information about various colleges or various streams or courses and will be available in the course. You'll be learning about admission process in different countries like US, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, Singapore. Moreover, you're going to be learning about their application process, visa process, about different curriculums in India and abroad, about the emerging courses in different streams, about STEM, non-STEM courses, about tools and techniques being used by the counselors in modern day counseling. Moreover, about the counseling skills, how to counsel students from different grades, how to counsel students for college admission, college selection, or college application. Everything end to end you will be learning, and it's an industry ready course, as I mentioned earlier. Once you complete the program, you can start working as a career counselor. You can start counseling students. Okay.
Archana is asking how much does each psychometric test cost after we have used up the 20 psychometric tests?
So Archana, after you have used all the 20 segment tests, you can buy from us at cost of 566 rupees if you are a super counselor. And if in case you are only a certified counselor, a global career counselor, you can buy at 670 rupees per test. 678 for GCC trained counselors and 566 rupees for super counselors who have taken super counselor. Ganeshwari is asking, I'm working as an educational counselor for universities. How the course from GCC is benefited? See, if you're working as an education counselor in a university, it's really important for you to keep yourself updated with the current information and trend. That is really important, because GCC is not just about the recorded sessions or live sessions. We will be providing you lifelong updates over WhatsApp and email. Every Friday, we'll send out update regarding counseling industry or education industry on your WhatsApp, and we'll also be sending an email on every Tuesday regarding student queries, what kind of student queries can come, and how a counselor is responding to those queries. That kind of emails you'll receive on Tuesdays. So as I mentioned, that updating yourself with the current trend and knowledge is really important, even though if you are working as a career counselor. And moreover, you will become a trained career counselor. As I said, that we are collaborated with UCL Extension, so you get a certificate from University as well as from UCL Extension. So you can mention in your profile or your resume that you are a trained career counselor from UCL Extension, which is one of the top 20 universities in the world which provides online training courses in career counseling.